Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to Feels Like Sunday. Howdy, cheer. How are you today?
Hey, Brooke. How are you? I'm doing well. How's everyone?
Good. Lots of sunshine where you were today?
Yeah, not too bad. Actually, it was a beautiful day. Had lunch out with my beloved, and it was great. Had a painting day. Got the paintbrushes out. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I was just been running around all weekend, so I think tomorrow I'm going to have a garden day.
Nice.
Yep, in the garden. Yep.
What's sprouting in the garden today, Brooke?
No, it's just chocolate mint is new.
Okay.
And I just put some more horseradish in. Someone was closing down the garden, so me and my friends went there with buckets and shovels, and we're digging up plants and absolutely.
Oh, what a blast!
Oh yeah. And now, because when I grow my own seeds for my garden, if I get too many, you don't know how many's going to come up. So if I get extras, I just whoever's got a garden, I'm like, hey man, you want some plants? I'll bring you down some plants.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's good to have a community of sharing what's growing at the time, so you're not all got the same crops. So that's wonderful. I think if we had more of that in the community, we would actually bring down our food bills tremendously. It would be awesome.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely awesome. Like with what I've got ready already, like lettuce, spinach, and some heaps of herbs, that when I want to cook something for dinner, I go grab a bowl and go, okay, let's head to the garden. What am I putting in the dinner tonight? It's like that with teas too. Now I can just grab a jug and go, okay, what sort of tea do I want?
Oh, beautiful.
All the different herbs and all the different mints and all sorts of stuff. It's brilliant. I love it.
When I was a younger girl, I didn't appreciate the art of plants and things like that. My father, being Italian, he would grow whatever, and of course he'd bring it home filled with sand and bugs and all types of things. And we're young kids and we're thinking, oh, well, that's disgusting. But he used to say to us, if the bugs are eating it, you're not getting poisoned. So now that I'm older, I can really respect what he was trying to tell me. The shop bought stuff is got chemicals and things like that. But as a young person, it's like, no, don't bring that home. I don't want that. But if you had peas, you had a whole table full of peas. If you had beans,
nice.
Yeah, it's just filled with abundance of veggies.
And it's just brilliant. And I noticed that when I play, sometimes when I'm out the back, I'll play classical music or reggae music to the plants. And when that happens, the birds start coming out and chirping, and there's bugs everywhere. You just saw the whole ecosystem just sort of all feeds off each other. So it's beautiful. It's brilliant.
Bob Marley for the plants. I love it, Brooke.
Yeah. And then Cindy, did you put the wrong? You're gonna have to change the number, Cindy, if that's the number. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Tracy. How you going? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Feels Like Sunday. I'm going to start with a group reading. G'day, Staffy. I'm going to start with a group reading for everyone, and Lucia's going to do a bit of the same, and then we'll see what happens from there. If you're lucky, you never know your luck. If you want a guaranteed extended reading, please donate. PayPal link is in the show notes, or it's pinned, and or if you just want to support the show or pay for a friend, someone who needs a reading, lock into your intuition, and there's someone that really needs a reading and you pick up on it, go and donate $5 for them to have a reading.
Love
pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Love that. Sharing your wealth to everyone.
That's it. And then, unless you haven't got your garden going, then put it aside and save it and get your garden happening real quick. You run out of time to get the garden going. Need to get it going. Everyone needs a garden.
Love it, Brooke. You have to inspire me.
Everything's just, it's no pesticides, GMO free, and it's all fresh, and it's still living, because when you buy food from the supermarket, sometimes they spray it and they radiate it and they do all sorts of stuff to make it last longer. You're actually eating dead food.
I know, right?
When you're eating dead food, your body's craving nutrients, and that's why you're always hungry. But when you start eating real fresh food, you don't get all those. You're not always like going, oh, I feel like something else. I feel like something else. So it works really well.
Oh, you've got me convinced. I have to do it, Brooke. I have to do it.
Next
time I'm on the show, I hope that I've planted at least one, something in there. Okay.
Well, what the trick is you get like pea straw. You dig up your soil and you get like pea straw, then a sprinkle of chicken poo, then a bit of dirt, and you just layer it like lasagna to make it all soft and spongy, and then the garden just goes nuts.
I love that.
Just goes nuts. Especially with the spuds. I put in spuds like about a month ago, and they're about this high already, just going nuts everywhere. So I'm trying to get some rotations happening there. Okay, people, please share us out. I've been dribbling, so I'm going to share me out. If you could do the same, that'd be much appreciated. Tag your friends, get them in, and just remember, Cindy always puts up who's the first to come into the chat and say hello. She puts it up in the private chat on my end, so I can favor you people that are dedicated to the show. Okay, now we're just going to work out where. There we go. 5 seconds, people. I'm just sharing out. Sharing is caring. So I'm going to share me out. 5 seconds. 5. There you go. You can hear me. Okay, let's go.
I hope everyone's doing well tonight and taking good care of themselves. Had a great week out there, and you've been enjoying yourself while Brooke is sharing us all out. I'll have a little chat with you. So it's nice to welcome everyone that's come on. I especially want to say thank you, Brooke, for inviting me, and it'll be an interesting night to see what Spirit has to give. If you've got that inspired feeling inside that you'd like to have a longer read, please feel free to share out and go on to the donation there for Brooke's paper, I believe it is.
Yep.
And we'll take it from there.
We will.
So I think Brooke's about ready for a general.
Yes.
What do you got?
I've got. Actually, I better pull some cards. Hey, he's got. Hey, Tanya, how you going? Okay. Message for everyone: take what resonates and what doesn't resonate. Just leave to the side, and make sure the flies don't get on it, and then put it in the fridge if you like.
I love that.
Okay, people, the first card I've got is the Shaman Card, Trust in Higher Forces. People, this is, there's a certain degree that when we get inside our heads in the world, there's so much going on. We have to take care of this. We have responsibilities. We have all in that. But there's on a lot of the half is people are we're trying to control things too hard. Okay, try to overdo things. And when we grip our tight and we control things, we become inflexible, and then we lose out on the natural flow of the universe. Because at the moment, I've got the direction guardian. Choose your path. So, people, which way do you want to go? Are you forcing things to happen, or you are giving a bit of breathing room through the universe to do its magic? Because a lot of times when we're trying to get something happening, we're trying to manifest something, is we want it done a certain way, and we put that out to the universe. And the universe has to like pull chains and just alignment, and energy is coming from all over the place. We don't know how it's because it's not just us. We know what's going on in our field, but in everyone else's field, the universe is doing all sorts of things too. And when we grip too tight, and we have to have things a certain way, we tighten our grip and we lose flexibility to flow with the universe. And when that happens, it just closes down opportunity, because the universe is sending us opportunities all the time, good, bad, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. But it's all there for us to learn, for us to expand, and for us to experience. The next, I've got the Shield Maiden. And the Shield Maiden's leading to the Water Guardian. That's really interesting because the Shield Maiden, she's a make a plans and a focus. And people coming, just leading into the Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. This is talking about how well do you understand yourself? Are you in control of your emotions, or do your emotions control you? Because so many happens is, we all have times where we get angry or something ticks us off, but as you do the work and you get control of your emotions and start to understand yourself, these circumstances have less pull in triggering you. So it's very important to get in the Water Guardian, to connect with your emotions and find out what the true root feeling is behind when you get triggered, when certain things happen. Why am I feeling this way? Because this is how we learn, this is how we develop, this is how we grow. And for the action card from everyone, I've got the Sage card, but this is inverted. So this is a struggle for people at the moment. It's being devoted and committed. Okay. And we have to be devoted and committed to what we do, to our practices, to ourselves, but more importantly, be devoted and committed into knowing ourselves and knowing who we are, and knowing who we are not. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know who you are, then circumstances will be your king. And when circumstances is your king, I've got the Mountain card, stand your ground. When the circumstances is the king in your life, it's very hard to hold that space, to hold that ground, to hold that positivity, to hold all that the way you want to be. Okay, we want to be joyful. We choose to be joyful. We choose to have joy. We choose to be happy. Okay, but when we don't fully understand our emotions and why we do things, we're not devoted and committed to finding out what makes us really tick and who we really are. We get battered. We get battered by things because you know what life's like. There's all sorts of stuff coming. But once again, at the end of this, I've got virtually the same card inverted as the first card. It's Father Sky. Trust in the unknown. Okay, the unknown is the point that we interact with the universe. And it's so funny. We're so preoccupied in our minds of just running scenarios and trying to work out what's going to happen. You know, when you're going to speak to someone and you run 100 scenarios in your head. Look, it's the unknown. We don't know until we're there and it unfolds. But we spend too much of our energy worrying about how trying to work out what the unknown is, when we should be spending that energy getting in contact with our emotions and finding out who we really are. Okay, and the happy card I've got for everyone is Let Go of Ego. Ego wants to know everything. Ego wants to keep us in the comfort zones. It's an aspect of us that we need to survive, but we can't let it run the show. I hope that resonated. And what have you got for everyone, Lucia?
Thanks, Brooke. Well, I've got Truth that came out as the first card, and it's saying to us that we need to stand up to somebody that might be in authority to us this week. We may give ourselves feeling that we're overburdened, that we haven't been able to speak our truth, and there could be a sense of hiding behind the authority of somebody else. So if we give ourselves an understanding that if you are losing your power, somebody's going to take that position because you're not standing in your power. So we always got the ebb and flow and the reflection within us to either stand our truth or we don't stand our truth. So if we are not expressing ourselves, somebody else is going to express themselves over you. So this could bring some quarrel and some strife around you. You might be finding yourself in conflict, holding a lot of burden. You could be finding that other people is not speaking very kindly about you, stabbing you in the back. Now, these are very heavy cards. So it does show us that we do need to go zero in and clear this energy up really beautifully and really hone in what's the lessons here for you? What can you do about it? How can you reflect? How, you know, if you're getting triggered, are you coming back home? Are you clearing up the energy field? Because it's about having that commitment to self, and it's also about finding a way how to relate to self in the most harmonious way. You wouldn't want to speak to a child in a discordant way. So you are the eternal child to speak to yourself in the most precious way. We also got some planting some beautiful seeds this week that might be offering to you. So somebody might be offering you an idea. You need to implement it, take some action, take some course of pulling through some resources and getting things started for yourself. Don't sit back and wait for things to happen this week. Really go in and do that clearing for yourself and plant some beautiful seeds for yourself, because you're going to find that it's going to give you more release, more time for yourself for the end of the week. You know, sometimes we think we've got a lot going on because we've got a lot going on in the mental chatter. You know, that this is going on and on and on and on, and we're not taking the time to rest and repair and rejuvenate ourselves. So planting those seeds and going out and grounding, like Brooke was saying about doing some gardening, is really, really healthy for us this week. We're looking at mental clarity this week as well. Sorry about the lights, maybe you can't see that, but we've got mental clarity and we're awakening that beauty within ourselves. We're transforming old stuff. We're giving ourselves permission to look at what's around the corner. So there is something of timing this week that you'll have to get done and get something completed, but the rest of the time, it's almost like get it done in the beginning of the week, so you've got all the time at the end of the week just to have some fun and rejuvenation. I feel here that you've got, there's, I'm going to be very gentle. There is somebody around you that possibly maybe not be saying the nicest things about you. We got snakes in the friends area, and so we've got, some deception. And that goes with the beginning of that reading. So repair that within you if you're holding some gripe about somebody else or you're criticizing. Whatever you're seeing outside you is an opportunity for you to clear and help and support yourself. We got the number 10 around money. So there's a money issue that's coming to an ending. So if you've been finding things are a little bit strict, by the end of the week, you're going to find things flowing for yourself. Make sure you're doing all the right things, of course. Don't be irresponsible. We want you to be very, very, very responding to the abundance of self. We're planting those beautiful seeds in a physical aspect. You may be looking at, sharing something with somebody else that you haven't shared before. Be vulnerable this week as well. Open yourselves up to that understanding that somebody may need to hear that beautiful, kind word that you've got. And that's what I got for you this week. I hope that actually helps and supports someone. And let us know how you go during the week. Off to you, Brooke.
Well, those two readings were so good and they're resonating with people. Do we need to go on, people? Are we done? Is that enough? You need more?
So no, I would say they want more.
Hey, Holly. Hey, Alison. Okay, we'll give you more. I know you people want more. That's it. I want my reading fix. I want my card fix. That's it.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, let's play a game, people. And some of you know the game. We will put, it's guess a magic number. A donated reading, courtesy of Healing with Steffi. And the number is between 20 and 40. So we're going to let fate decide, destiny decide. Okay, people, I'm thinking of the number now. So get your third eyes happening. Tune in and see if you can read my mind.
What's the numbers between
20 and 40?
20 and 40. Ooh. He doesn't tell me what number it is, so I'm just going to guess it in my mind and see if I can get it.
It's in the private chat.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Well,
Now,
that's the second.
You've got to give me a reading there, Brooke.
Oh, did you get it?
No, I'm just saying if I got it.
Yeah, that's fine. Not a problem.
It's in the private. Did I get it?
Oh, let's see. No.
Oh,
So close yet so far away.
okay, guys, it's not the number that I was thinking. I was
No.
completely off.
Well, you were halfway there.
You think he'd give it to me, you know? Insider job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Inside job. That's it. Palm it out. Highest bidder. That's it.
I have to wait till next week to get on the show and throw down some numbers to get one from you.
Well, I do it Thursdays as well. I do it Thursdays.
So what days do you do your show, Brooke? Tell us what days you're on.
I'm on Sundays, and on Monday I have a show with Staffy, more than a reading show, which means to come on the show you have to come on the show to get a reading.
Nice.
And oh, he got it. The boy got it. Hey, bro. He's in his room. I'm in my studio. He's in his studio. So, who would you like to read for you? He's probably going to pick you because I would. Hey, pea straw, mate. That's what goes in the garden, not hay. Well, they reckon if you can afford it, loosen. They reckon that works just as good as pea straw.
So Christian won it?
Yeah, Christian, who do you want to read for you?
Awesome. Congratulations, Christian. He's going to leave it up to fate.
That's the first time he's got one. Because if I was giving him the numbers, he'd get it all the time. Amanda's usually pretty good some days at getting it.
How are you, Amanda?
Have fun fishing, Amanda. Great photos. Well, Christian, who would you like to read for you? Me or Lucia? I can read from any time, but yeah, it's too much homework for him some days. Are you there? One sec. Oh, well, I like your spelling, L. Yeah, I can hear him in the background. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I believe that's me. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll pull him a couple of cards after just to keep him on his toes.
So, Christian, thank you for choosing me to give you a reading. Let's see how Spirit wants to support you. Christian, what I've got here is that there's something that's been around you a bit slow. You've been wanting something to come through for you, and there's that sense of why is it not happening, or that feeling of anticipation for something to happen. I feel that there could be an area around this that you may been doubting whether it is going to come through for you. But I feel that you're not to lose your strength, not to lose your power in this situation, because your wishes and your dreams will fulfill themselves. So give yourself an opportunity to really stand in that knowing space. You know, when we already are in that frequency, then we give ourselves permission to actually align ourselves to our highest well-being, and our highest our higher self can actually give that on the same plane, because we're not off that vibration. I hope that makes sense. There is some choices that are around you and some decisions that's coming through, and I'm really drawn to the air sign here. So the air is showing me that there is something that you want to put into motion for yourself, and you've been thinking about doing some studying or going I feel here this is more next year, some type of personal study that you're doing, some type of Are you a reader yourself, or do you understand how to read the cards? Because there's some type of internal study that you're doing. You may be doing an external as well. I've also got the Aquarius energy. I don't know whether that's a part of your chart or whether you've got that in the sun or rising, whatever, the beautiful moons and all that type of gorgeous stuff. I don't understand any of that, but I just felt like that's what Spirit wanted to say. We've got some energy coming around of you'd like things to be a little bit different around the home. There's that sense of home. It could be a feeling of routine. You need to get yourself out of that. You need to spice it up a bit, do something that you haven't been doing, before. You need to do it in a different way. So even if you go down the road, the same place that you normally go a different way and see things from a different perspective. And I feel here that you've got a very good eye, Christian, when it comes to design and things like that. So I feel that you may wish to put some of that into action. I also got the mastery and recognition. Look, the eye thing could be the third eye, because I was just drawn to, okay, it's the third eye. I also got wolf medicine that comes through. And when wolf medicine comes through for me, in this instant, it's showing me that you have a very gentle way to be able to help and support people. You're almost like a counselor, teacher. People come to you and drawn to you for those particular reasons. And if that's not happening yet, you need to reach out and start doing some of that, because it would be really helpful and very supportive for you. We've got ascension coming through. Your ideas about religion, if you will, I'm going to put it that way. Really, that's out the window, but you're ascending in your spiritual self. You're really doing a lot of work. And I feel here the next couple of months and next year, you're going to be really zeroing in to doing some more work around uplifting your third eye. And I say uplifting your third eye. Sorry, that's incorrect. Really honing into seeing what's in that intuitive self, so you can really see more within yourself. You know, when you get to know yourself more, you see more. So it's that psychic energy, that's that spiritual energy evolving itself and growing bigger and bigger and bigger. There is a windfall here that's coming through for you, and I feel like you're having some luck when it comes to your well-being there, Christian. I feel here that there could be an area around the lower back that you've been feeling a little bit condensed or energy compacted around there, feeling that you'd like to have more support in life, or that feeling that support hasn't been there in the totality that you perceive that you wish. And it's not like it hasn't been there, you've desired it more. But I feel here that energy is starting to shift itself as you're giving yourself more permission to do more fun things and do some playing and all that. There's a little bit of doubt on the energy, or there's that feeling of doubt around you. So in the shadow, we want to look at what is keeping you away from really enhancing your intuitive self and really finding the abundance of self. Do not doubt what you sense, feel, and perceive, because 99% of the time you're going to be accurate. You're going to be on spot, on the ball. You know, that focus. What, darling?
No, I'm just waving to Lenore.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. We just had to have a little bit of cheers to Lenore. So anyhow, Christian, I really hope that has helped. Let me know if that's made some sense to you. And I wish you all my very, very best of blessings, darling. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to read for you.
Bro, I pulled you a couple of cards. The first card I got in your main pile. It's all about perception and choice. Okay, how we perceive things, how we want things. Sometimes we can, we get like, we sit there and wait, like, when the universe, when's the change coming? When's the change coming? When am I going to get this? When am I going to get that? Am I going to get a download? When am I going to go into the next cycle? All that sort of thing. But at the moment, I've got the Air Guardian. Shift your perception. Shift your perception. This is inside your head. The middle card is balance your energy. So this is all about trying to bring yourself into balance. We can go along and we can do some things and we can do some work here, but at the end of the day, we've actually got to get down and do the real work. This is making sure that we're, our energy is aligned. We're not too much in our head. We're on the game and not just waiting for circumstances and for us to slowly shift, because as we are beings, we are eternal beings, but at the same time, in this skin suit in this lifetime, everything that has a beginning has an end. So underneath this on your main pile, I've got the direction card in Choose Your Path. Okay. destiny or not, we have to make choices. We can drag things out. We can shift timelines, but that depends which timeline. People want the good timeline, but they don't want to. That timeline has them doing work, and people just go, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to just think that it takes effort. It takes effort." But that starts with your perception. So there's a lot of blocks at the moment is on the way you're perceiving how things are going to work out, and this is creating a resistance. Because over here I've got the worry card, and this is inverted. This is be fearless and stand strong. Like when things come against us, to unbalance us, are we saying, "Wait a sec, no, I got to hold my space"? Okay, it's and it's okay. Like when we're learning, something pisses us off and we get angry. Then we catch ourselves and go, "Wait a second, I can't get. Why am I getting angry?" This is how we grow. This is how we learn. Because of the main action card I got for you is inverted, and that's a card called Name the Thing. And what Name the Thing is about? Name the Thing is about aspects of ourselves that we might say, that's just me. It's nothing major. It doesn't, harm anyone, but it has a ripple effect across our whole life. So as some things may seem minor to you and not that big a deal, but in the bigger picture of things, they have like a ripple across a whole pond effect. So there's something that you need to look at. Okay, there's some things that you need to look at, and they're all, and at the moment, too much inside your head about what has been. I've got the Crow card, release the old and rest. So this is too much going in, and entertaining stories of the past. Okay, which is the past. It's already done. Unless you want to write a book, you can write a book about it. That's okay. You don't have to think about it all the time. But okay, and your happy card, brother, is choose love over fear. Okay. So what are your actions determining? Are you using love to be the best version of yourself, to honor and respect yourself in this lifetime? Or are you choosing fear? It's all too hard and I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, the choice is yours. But it's there for the choosing. Direction Guardian, choose your path. I hope that's helped. And that was donated by... I'll find it. It's there. Down to... So the next ring, I got your donation. Thank you, Lenore. How you going, gorgeous? Next donated ring I've got is Tiffany. Are you there, Tiffany? Oh, you've been told. You've been told, brother. That's it. Lenore, man, she's a no shit girl, mate.
I didn't realize that was your brother, Dom.
Oh yeah, he's in the family room. I've got the front lounge room. It's my studio. I share a house with him.
Awesome.
He watches, but he gets a reading every now and then.
Okay.
Which is funny because I tell it, for some reason, because I say to him, I said, dude, if you ever want a reading, we brothers, I'm like, just tell me and I'll give you a reading, but he never asks.
Oh, bless him.
But that's okay. No, because he always asks if I want a coffee. So I'm like, yeah, that'll do, man. That'll do.
Oh, he said that, thanks, brother, that both readings were good. Awesome.
Ooh, crows. Crows are storytellers.
They are storytellers. I'm painting a crow today. That was what I was painting. Yeah, so it started off as a black crow. It's now turned into a white crow.
Awesome. Why not?
Yeah.
That's it. All the other crows are going to be looking at him going, who does he think he is, mate? Look at that. What's wrong with you, mate? Okay, Tiffany. Have you got anyone in mind? Would you like to pick someone for Tiffany has donated?
Oh, Tiffany has donated?
Yeah, Tiffany's donated, but not for her. She wants to pay it forward.
Okay.
So who would like a reading courtesy of Tiffany? And then after Tiffany, we have Lenore.
It's up to you, Brooke.
Who am I drawn to? Well, there's not many people in the chat. Mandy's too busy for fishing. Tracy Ball has a love heart. I'm going to get Tracy. If you want to do, you want to do a quick reading for pick someone.
Sorry, Donald, do you want me to pick somebody?
Yeah, just pick someone, and I'll do a quick one for Tracy. A slightly extended reading.
I'm drawn to. I'm drawn to Alison Mills, if she would like one.
Ooh. Okay, messages for Tracy. Tracy, there seems to be some stagnation about. Things aren't lining up the way we always want. But you know what? Sometimes when we go through stuff, Tracy, sometimes when we go through hard stuff, all sorts of stuff in life, it's not always, it's not always roses. We have full experiences of everything. Now, we can do two things. We can sit there and we can go, oh, this sucks. When's this going to end? When's this going to end? Which, with some of the stuff that happens, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But at the same time, when we go through these experiences, usually what resonates with or what we draw in, according to how we are at the time, there's always a lesson to be learned. There's always something that we can take from the situation, something for ourselves. It's not about if we start just playing the blame game and going, oh, that sucked, they suck, this sucks. Then we're just going external, blame. We get nowhere except at the blaming list. But when stuff happens, sometimes we can go, this sucks to be me, and some stuff's hard. It's not always easy, but sometimes we have to look around and go, okay, what can I learn for the situation? It's not always our fault, but there's always we have input into everything in our life. There's always something we can learn, whether it be to be a better judge, to not to say yes to everyone, or there's so many things that we can learn. Because the moment I've got the great teacher, okay, and he's inverted, learn from spiritual experiences. Okay, so I'm feeling like we can't just. It's hard to just sit there and just go, universe, this I want this, universe, this I want this. When's this happening? When's twin flame or this and that? Okay, we need to grow at the same time. Okay, we can't just sit back and go, hey, universe, just bring it all to me. Because then what we do is we wait for circumstances to line up. So then circumstances are king. Circumstances control everything. But at the moment, I've got the great teacher invented, learn from spiritual experiences. There seems to be some patterns that you're repeating at the moment. You could be going through the same thing, and it's like, why does this always happen to me? Because you're putting that sort of frequency out there that attracts that energy in the first place. Or there's some aspects of yourself that you've just got to make different choices. Because at the moment on your main pole, I've got the direction guardian. This is inverted. Choose your path. This is saying that, hey, you've got choices to make and you're not making the choices. Okay, you need to exercise your right to regain control of your power, to regain control of your life. It's not that I'm not saying that it's out of control, but at the moment I've got learn from your past experiences. I mean, the last card I've got here is the wise one. Grow within your current situation. There's something for you to see. There's something for you to take. There's something that can help you grow as a person, so you don't have to go through these same things all the time. And if it's just one of those things that happens, but there's something important to learn from it. There's something you can take. And if we look through the lessons, see, when these hard things happen and we go through hard stuff, the universe is giving, people can go, oh, that really sucks, right? Or someone like me or Lucia will go, okay, what's there to learn in this situation? What can I take from this shitty situation? Because I don't want it to be all in vain. Okay, there's got to be something there. And when we go looking for those lessons, that's where we gain the wisdom. That's where we gain the clarity. That's when you get those moments. Okay, and there's so many important things that we learn, because if we don't learn, we don't look the opportunity to learn, the universe is, well, frequency, how you want to do it, chances are you're going to get that as an opportunity to come up again. Okay, and do you want to go through it the same way? Because at the moment I've got the Air Guardian. Shift your perception. You're looking at it all wrong. Okay. And what else have we got? Your main card is for your action card. This is an unorthodox approach. This is about, it almost feels like you've got a way of doing things, and sometimes we've just got to reevaluate. We've got to reshift. But at the moment, your action card is unorthodox approach. It's got a picture of an octopus just hanging there in some sacred geometry. Okay. An orthodox approach. This means we might have to go out of our comfort zones. We might have to do things differently. Okay. If we do things the same all the time, the same way all the time, we get the same results. So we need to be constantly looking. We need to be constantly growing. We need to be constantly changing. Yes, it's a bit of effort. Okay, but there's plenty of other stuff in life that we put effort into, and then we ignore the most important thing. So this is really important on you, because I've got the wise one inverted below that. Grow within your current situation. That means you're following patterns. You're falling into the same sort of patterns, and this seems to be a loop and going around and around and around. But the card I've got over the top of it is the stand up and fight card. Are you worth it, Tracy? Are you worth standing up for yourself? Okay. To get that inner peace, to get that growth, to learn. Things don't have to be the way they are. You can change it. You have the power to change it. It's within you. But at the moment, it's just about seeing it from a different point of view. If you're seeing it from the victim point of view, well, then we can't do anything. We're just the victim. Okay. But if we get out of the blame game, of they this and that, and they said, we just throw all that out the window and go, okay, what can I learn? What can I take from this that will make the situation better for me? Okay, because the universe is giving you this opportunity, and if you learn the lesson, then a new lesson will come along. Otherwise, sometimes I've seen people stay on the same lessons for all their life and never learn the lesson. Okay, so the choice is yours, and your happy card is you are here for a reason. Okay. And if you worked in a vineyard, you would probably be here for a reason. But let's stick with reason. Okay. I hope that's helped you, Tracy.
That's a great read. That was a great read, Paul, Tracy.
Okay. Who come up, find someone?
I chose Alison Mills, but she hasn't said that she gives consent. So she hasn't come back. So I don't know whether she's come off or she feels she doesn't want to, or whatever the case is. Alison Mills, if you're in the house, let us know. If you feel like you'd like to have a reading by myself, you are more than welcome. If not, might have to pass it to somebody else. What do you
Indeed.
reckon?
Yeah, pass it to someone else. If she comes back, we'll give her a reading.
Okay. Was there somebody that you're drawn to, Brooke?
No, I haven't. No, I'm all read out.
You're all read out.
I'm all read out. Yeah, I better like Palo Santo.
Okay, have a drink. Who's in the house at the moment that would like to have a reading? I feel like I want to go to Shipala. Is it Shipala? Sorry if I've said your name incorrect. If you're still here, please let me know that you give consent for this reading. Oh, Kathleen, sorry. I might choose you next time around if I get a chance. Shipala, if you're here, darling, I'll come to you. You say, I fall in love with my office colleague. Is he love me too? Will we both marry successfully? It's a nice question. It's a nice question. Let's see what Spirit has to say. I do need your permission, darling, if you're still in the house. You know, you might have got off. If you've gone off, that's fine. I'll give Kathleen a go.
Oh, missed out. So close, Shipala.
Never mind.
Shilpa.
Never mind. She might
now
have.
you'll never know. Could have been your love in your life. Now we'll never know. Actually,
We'll-
if you
we'll
go
go to-
and ask him, you might know. Communication.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
Consquella, communicate with your husband.
Exactly.
Communicate and ask him what's going on.
Yeah.
You need to draw the truth out of him.
Let's go to Kathleen. Kathleen, are you here, darling? And Kathleen Connor, I'll go to you, sweetheart. You know, we've got to get the show going. Got to get the energy going. Kathleen, what I've got for you, darling, is that you've been feeling that you're nurturing a situation, and it's been finding that nurturing is becoming a little bit overwhelmed. I do have the 10 of Wands that's coming through as well. So it does show me that this situation that's been around you for the last odd months, maybe 8-9 months, has been overwhelming. So I feel here I've got some energy around the back. It feels a little bit tight. It feels like I'm exhausted in some type of area in my life. I feel like I'm outside of the picture. I don't feel like I'm inside the picture. So it feels here that you either A, got to change your perception, B, the way you're relating to it, and C, if it is something that you need to continue carrying the way it is. Is it actually supporting you? Because there's definitely disruption coming through, and it just feels like you're just overwhelmed with something that's going on around you. Let me know how that's going for you, sweetheart, because I want to make sure that I'm on the right track for you. And I feel here that you want to create something so badly that you're missing the spark, if you will. You're missing the flow of allowing it to come to you. And I feel that you are walking away from something, or you just need to walk away from some area around you. I feel here also we've got the 7 of Swords at the end. So it feels here that you're either putting yourself in that position to be without energy, or somebody else is actually manipulating the situation. So come and have a look at the circumstances from a different perspective. Take yourself out and witness it, so you're not the person that's involved in it. You can find the space. When we have space from a situation, we can then address it and assess it, and have a look what we really need to change in the situation, so it doesn't become overwhelming for us. It feels here that, you know, we really do have to. We got the scissors, and when we've got scissors, we need to cut away something that's really not working for your highest well-being. But once that situation is addressed, and once you look at that situation, you'll notice that the repair, the mending of this situation for yourself, the rejuvenation of your energy will start getting a lot stronger for you. Let me know how this is going, Kathleen, because I really do want your feedback. Not that you have to say to me it's right or wrong, but that you're still in the house, darling. You know, still in the house, girl. Let us know if you're there. You know, it's nice to have a little bit of conversation as well, because when we're doing readings, we also want to make sure that we are supporting you. You know, this is not just, you know, talking for the sake of talking. This is giving you inspiration. So that's what I've got for you, darling. Let me know if that made some sense. If it didn't, I'm sorry, but that's what I got at this moment. And I hope you are able to address everything that's been said with ease and grace, and that you return back to balance as soon as possible. Much love. There we go. That was my evening.
Awesome. Yeah, and that was courtesy of Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Now we have, who was Lorraine. Oh my God, Lorraine. I'm so dead. Lenore, please, just a messenger with that. Lenore, are you there?
Okay, so Kathleen does come back, and she says she has been exhausted helping somebody who's been having some trouble. Okay, thank you for that confirmation, darling. Just rest, repair, and bring yourself back. And you know, that last card was about if you continue participating in the energy that you're doing, you're actually taking that energy away from you. So you can only give from a full cup, darling. Yeah. Much love. There we go. There we go. Who we got to read now?
Lenore.
Ban Brooke.
Ban
No,
me.
you didn't miss it.
Go on, then. I dare yous. Lenore, are you about?
Did I miss it? No, you didn't miss it. You didn't miss it, sweetie. He's just about to start. Here she is.
Ah, here you go. Who would you like to read for you, Lenore? Myself or Lucia? The choice is yours.
Oh, this is a donated one from Lenore?
Well, I do slick readings because I've got no hair, and but she's got plenty of hair, so you're going to get more of a.
Look,
What are the Indians? They were saying that when they the Indians used to say, the American Indians, that when you cut off your hair,
yeah.
they couldn't track or connect with nature is good.
Wow.
So it acts like a antenna.
And it's psychic
Yeah.
antenna. Wow.
Yep.
Well, I do know myself, when my hair was shorter, I'd have to agree with that thought. There was a different part of me. When I've had my hair long, it just feels right. Don't know. It might be a female thing. Not sure. Or this female thing.
Okay. We'll both give you a little bit of a reading then, Lenore. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Masculine Lightworker coming for me. Oh, you want a love reading, do you? Ooh la la. Is that what you're talking about? Ooh, no? That would be funny. Oh, okay. People being not very lightworkery.
Take it away, Brooke. Give her a smashing reading.
Okay, Lenore. Lenore. Lenore, what are you worried about? Why are you worried? Why are you so worried? Have you forgotten who you are? Have you forgotten what you're capable of? Have you forgotten that you're made of the same stuff the universe is made of? There's a lesson in here, okay? But at the moment, look, the first card I got for you is a shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. Okay, you know your stuff. Where is the blockage? Because this at the moment, this seems to be haunting your heart and putting burden on your heart and bruising your heart, and it just feels like it's draining from your heart chakra. Okay, and you know that's going to affect your game. Okay, but you know your stuff, so you're pretty much on the ball with it. But at the moment, with this thing's going on, I've got the shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. This is time for you to stand up and go, look, enough. Let's solve this situation, or just let it be, okay? Because what do you really seek? What do you need? What do you want? What do you want to happen? Okay. How do you want to go to this boundaries? Because I've got inverted in your main pile. The bottom card is inverted. And it's take charge with authority. You transform and unveil your gifts. You hold all the power. You're a powerful person. You need to go a different way about it. And you have everything you need. You have all the tools to deal with this. I've got the direction guardian. Choose your path. Do you want to come from a place of love? Do you want to come from a place of hate? Like pissed off? Okay. Don't let the circumstances dictate your attitude and your vibration. Okay. Because no matter what happens, you know all this stuff. timelines, realities. Man, get on top of it, because the main action card I've got for you, Lenore, is I've got inverted. I've got the Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. Okay, this seems to be a pattern. It's about, and this is affecting your heart. This is keeping you on guard. This is closing you off. Okay, because I've got your intuition here, right here. These patterns. It's time that you rise up. You rise above it. You be the light, and you rise so far above it that all that crap will just fall away. It just will not stick to you, because you've risen up. Okay, but there's a pattern here. There's a pattern here that you're not seeing. Spirit wants you to see. Okay, and your intuition's screaming out to you, giving you ideas and how to deal with it, and you're like, it's just not resonating with you, because it feels like that you're overguard, or you're hurt, or you're pissed off. Okay, so really time to just align. Open that heart, open that love, see him for the wounded, whatever he is, okay, and start to tune into your intuition, because your intuition's there. But until you get that right heart space and get out of that cycle, okay, because I got the moon card. Take note of intuitive message. This is inverted over the heart guardian. Okay, so this is that space in your heart. This is that space in your heart that's acting as a block for you to get that clarity to do exactly what you need to do. And you know all this stuff. You know stuff, but the action card's got you in a cycle, got you in a pattern that you need to break. So time to shake it up and really tune in and center and open that heart space. What do you love? Don't send him your love, but you got to get into that right heart space and center. Okay, then nothing will be able to touch her. Okay, my God, just you change the reality. You know how to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. But just get out of that cycle, because there seems to be a cycle that just. And man, this is going to keep going around until you know how this works. It'll keep going around. It'll keep happening until you learn the lesson. And then just to see if you're paying attention, the universe will probably throw a couple more people at you. And you'll be like, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, like a bad smell, just open the window and, yeah, try something different. Buy a stick of air freshener. So the ball's in your court, but look, your main card is Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. That's saying you've got it. Take charge with authority is inverted. This is just different perception. Just change the way you're going about it, and you'll be able to deal with it. You'll be able to deal with it. You're very intuitive. Okay. And at the end of the day, who matters what anyone thinks about anything? You know why? What he thinks, what he says to people, don't ever worry about it, because at the end of the day, know your truth. Okay? Know your truth. See? You got nothing to worry about. Just a slight inconvenience. Have some fun with it. Not too much fun. Keep it legit. And I'm sure that you will pull through. I hope that's helped you, Lenore. Have you frozen up, Lucia?
No, I'm still here. I'm smiling away.
Okay. Have you got any card? You got a couple of cards for Lenore?
Oh, sure, no problems at all, Lenore. I hope that message from Brooke made some sense to you. What Spirit's got on top is just feeling that you're sitting outside that beautiful space that you'd like to sit. It's almost like you'd like to sit in the space of the sun, but you're feeling that I don't want to say doom and gloom, but just feeling despondent about a situation. And so Spirit's saying that's coming to an end as long as you just turn around and go towards that area of lightness that you want. So, hand on heart, what is it that you're carrying that's no longer serving you? So this is going through in the mind process. So I'm looking at the mind body. I feel here that there's some energy. You may be feeling a little bit tired, or feeling that you've got some headaches coming through, or some strain around your eyes. It just feels here a little bit congested around that energy field for you. I also feel here that there's somebody around you, around work or a career or job or something of that station, that is outside of the field, so it's not a real close situation, but they may not be seeing the very best of light of a situation. So you need to not pay attention to that. You need to see what the gifts are in it, but not pay attention to that situation. I do feel that you're overwhelmed with something. We've got the burden card, the 10 of Wands inverted here, and I feel here that environmental part around work is either really congested. You want to break free from it. There's just that feeling of, what am I getting out of this? So you're going to have to approach this from a different perspective, a higher level of connection for yourself. So you're not enmeshed in the mind, but you're dropped into the heart, so you can actually find that fulfillment within you. You're going to get that victory of this. So as you learn this, you will really learn how to serve yourself in a more pristine way, and help your brothers and sisters along the pathway, because I do feel that you've got the teaching capacity with you. I do feel that there's some type of acknowledgement from spirit where you've done a lot of good work, you've put a lot of good seeds down there as well, but we are cutting away something that's very important in the emotional body as well. So when we got seahorse and scissors on sitting on seahorse, we are looking at, we got to cut away that which is entangled with you. So we get entangled by going over and over in our mind something. So we are repairing that. You are in that stage of repair. So it is going to come to a space where you'll notice that you don't want to hold on to that. I do have 2 males that's involved in this situation. So this could be a work situation. This could be somebody close around you. Somebody might be a bit fiery in their energy, a bit overwhelming. Somebody could not be restricting on finances. So I'm not sure what that is, but I just feel somebody around you is not seeing your value, or you're allowing them not to see your value. So you've got to stand up for your value for it to be seen. You've got to be in the authority of your own value for it to be noticed. If you're shrinking to make everybody else comfortable, that is not serving you, darling. So really rise up in that energy and find that independence for yourself, and come back into that clarity. There is something that you've been wanting to come through for you. It is yet not arrived, but it is in the process of arriving for you. So you've got about another, I want to say 6 months. Spirits make me aware something that you've been wanting to put together is about to approach to you. So there's a little bit more homework that you're doing on it, but it will bring you a lot of financial support. A lot of financial support. That's what I got for you, sweetie. I hope that makes sense to you, and much love. Much love. All about the love, That's what we're all about.
That's
Brooke.
it.
It's all about the love.
That's it.
Don't want to come from ego too. Thank you for the clarity. Awesome. Yes, it's very important to stay very focused. There's nothing wrong with a healthy ego, but it
I know.
It's
just when we're uncertain and it creeps in and starts telling us too many stories, that's when it gets the problem.
Yeah, and that's that headspace that was coming through. And we put a bad rap on the old ego, but the ego does actually help us and support us. But
absolutely,
it can overtake. It can overtake because of the insecurities that we hold. And
absolutely,
it's only something that we're holding. It's only our choices. If we go back to the original state of authority, is your choices it will determine your destiny. It's your choices that will. Nothing else is imposed on you but your choices. But anyhow, I'll zip it up now.
No, that's okay. That's fine. That is a fine. Now I hope that's helped, Lenore. And now we have a blowfish reading to do. So let's see. Twilight Destiny. Okay. Okay, people. Let's Destiny pick the next. Yes, indeed. The number is there. So, people, if you want a blowfish reading, Destiny chooses.
I was going to choose that one, Brooke. This time I was going to choose that number. Damn, I
Were
missed
you?
it by that much too.
You missed it by much. Oh my god!
Can't choose it now. Can't
Yeah,
choose
20 to 1. 20 to 1 odds. You could have made a quid on that.
Oh dear.
So people,
I'll go to a casino tonight. I would have lost one and won one.
I never. God, it's been so long since I've been to the casino. It's really my thing.
No, nor mine.
Yeah. I'd probably walk in the doors and go, screw this energy, and turn around and go straight back out.
Same here. Same here.
Because I did that the other day. I was with someone in IKEA, and we came from the showroom. You know how they have, I don't know if they got IKEA in where you are. Okay, it's got all these showrooms, and then they lead into a warehouse where you pick your flat packs.
Okay.
And as I come out there, I could just feel just a real heavy, just boom energy. And I'm thinking, man, who runs this shop? Because I could have been about to buy something, but as soon as I come into that energy in that warehouse, it was like I just wanted to get out of there. I was like, man, this is heavy. This energy sucks.
Yeah, sometimes buildings do hold an energetic vibration that's very, very condensed, and it's almost it can throw you right off if you're not on your right game. It will throw you off.
Yeah.
And you did well for walking away. I'm not fond of IKEA because of the
I wasn't shopping. A friend was shopping.
Flat
she
packs,
bought everything. She bought everything. No, she bought a few things.
Like, what's going on, Brooke? Years ago, you used to be able to get something delivered already made up and all the rest of it. But now these days, you got to get your own screwdriver and you got to have your book.
Yeah.
Nah. Too much
work. They're making it any cheaper. Yeah, support local. Get them to deliver it. Because when I was in the transport industry, a lot of people were like, oh, you're going to move this and you're going to take the other one away and install it. And I'm just like, hey, man, I'm just here to deliver it. I said, what you should have done is if you buy it off the net, it's all on you. If you go local, then you can ask the local merchant, which would probably would work it out with you.
Yeah.
So I went this one old lady, and she got like off the net. She got a washing machine, and I was just like, yeah, I was like, yeah. She was like 90 or something, and I'm like, yeah, like I just quickly boom, threw it in. Took hers out, put it. She said, "Do you want to? She want to take the other one with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, you can find a home for that. That's all good." But there you go. It's in. It's running. It's working.
Oh, bless you. So we got a winner.
We have, Mandy. Who would you like to read for you?
Staffy, bless you, darling. He's banning everyone. He's on a.
Who would you like, hair or no hair? Ban Mandy Jane. A lot of people getting banned tonight.
I know, right?
I know.
The lovely lady.
The lady with the lovely hair. What a smooth talker, Mandy.
You missed out.
That's okay. That's okay, Mandy.
You're a darling. Mandy, thank you for giving me the privilege to be able to read for you tonight. So let us have a look what Spirit's got to say to you, sweetie. Are you feeling a little bit different than everybody else, Mandy, that feels here that you're standing outside of the candy store, if you will, and Spirit wants to congratulate you because when you're fitting into the norm, then you're actually becoming the norm. You need to be your own unique self, and there's hope with some healing that's coming around for you. So I feel here there's some energy around your tummy, or there's been some condensed energy around yeah, I have to say around the stomach, digestive system is coming through for your large intestines as well. So I feel here there's something that you possibly be going through that you can't stomach. I'm going to say it that way. It just feels like you can't stomach a situation. So in that regards, let us have a look what that is. It feels here somebody has been around you, having conversations, talking behind your back, not speaking to you in the most kindest way. And look, there seems to be a bit of theme with me tonight, but it just seems that this energy is very prevalent for you. So I feel here that you're to look at the situation and to say to yourself, why am I feeling attacked by this? So when we can have that conversation with ourselves, we can see that it's our perception that we feel burdened by somebody else's opinion. And if you've given yourself authority to it, well, it's going to feel like pain for you. But that pain is also an indicator on how you've given yourself privilege to go down this pathway to heal this out. And I do use the word specifically privilege, because it doesn't matter what happens to us, it matters how we respond. So if we are responding to an old program, if you've caught it, that's the privilege. That's the moment of you to say, oh my gosh, the illumination of the heart goes, there you go, now it's time. You've got the tool, you can heal this. You can find that space of really waking up in this moment and knowing that you can cultivate a different aspect to self, so you don't have to keep running that program, if you will. I want to go to the age of 3 to the age of 4, and that's where I want to look at. So when we look at those ages, I feel here that there's been some authority, if you will, some compact energy. And I know this is going off topic because you asked for a reading, but Spirit's just going to give it to us this way. It just feels here that you've been trying to make up, and people around you have not been, the blessing behind that. They haven't spoken kindly, and so it just feels around you witnessed this when you were growing up. So it doesn't mean that you experienced it personally. It feels like it could have been around the family. So that type of energy of, like you go to the hairdressers as an example, and everybody's gossiping about everybody else. That type of thing. That's what you've seen. That's what you've witnessed, and it's in your field now. And Spirit is saying to you, you can heal this out. You can come to a conclusion that you're not going to pay attention to other people's observation of you or their conversation about you, because now you're in the authority of self. So this is about you really taking the grace to come back home, to find a way how to look at self from a different perspective, elevate your energy, rise up to the space of your heart, let go of what's conditioned into your mind, and let go of the entanglement cords that have been spreading themselves around. I feel here that we want to also see there's a legal situation, or that I feel here that there's something, a legal situation that's coming through. It just feels either some paperwork that's got to be signed, or there's some documentation that's coming through that needs to be addressed. And Spirit's saying, don't look at it from, like, just get it done. Whatever has to be done, just get it done. Just do it quickly. Also looking at, sorry, sweetie, you're saying yes, there is. Also looking at the emotionality around food and your health and your well-being. So you're in a new space to really heal and get that, your body moving and getting your body in a healthier state. So it just feels like there's some emotional component that's connected to it, and it just feels like you get 1 step forward and 2 steps back type of energy. So Spirit's leading you in the direction to really heal this out, so you don't have to go into this yo-yo type of, I don't know why they're saying this, darling, forgive me if your health is fine, or there could be somebody else around you. There's something there. It is like that. Okay, darling, so I just thank you for giving me that confirmation, because it just feels here that we're yo-yoing in a situation. It feels like one day you feel good, one day you feel very drained. So there could be a fatigue that's on the system that's working. And I've got some strain and some stresses around the leg. I've particularly got it on my right leg. But look, darling, I am dyslexic even in my energetic field when I'm reading. So it could be your left, but I am feeling it and sensing it on my right. I also got a loved one that's coming through from the other side. I am more voluptuous. I love that word. Isn't it the most sexiest word, voluptuous? I love it. Sorry. I got loved ones coming through from the other side. I've got a gentleman that's coming through that wants to be acknowledged. I got the number 8 that comes through with this gentleman. And I feel here that this It feels like a fatherly type of energy. It could be someone of father or grandfather type of energy. I got the letter J that comes through. Now, forgive me, it could be G. Forgive me, it could be J or G. I just want to say that because my father's name is Giovanni in Italian, and sometimes I get the G, but in English he was called John. So, well, take it whatever's right. If it's not right, just let it go. And I also got a little child in spirit as well, playing with a ball. So I don't know if that's some family member that crossed over very quickly, but I feel that there's a lot of play that's coming through. Look, darling, I want to respect the energy field. Your father-in-law was John. Thank you, darling. See, they play with my head because I am dyslexic, and I use that title, with grace. But my father's name was Giovanni with a G. But at times when he comes around very close to remind me of that, in English it was J, so it was John. So it's like, well, I don't know, J or John, J or G. So I get the child also, darling. So I feel here that there's this beautiful child that's just playing with the energy and just wants to come in to remind, to have a lightness of heart and to have the space of just allowing. It feels here that I just want to open up that heart. And look, the card did come out of opening. Isn't that just the most gorgeous card? Just opening the self and allowing yourself to breathe in that space with spirit, within your own spirit, to, not a separate part of spirit, something outside. That spirit of light, make things a little bit lighter for you, Mandy. I feel that you will be going into a space of balancing a situation that's going to be around you. It could be about finances, it could be about values. So look at your areas of your finances and see if you can stop the juggling game. Really do find yourself stable in that area because it's there for you. It is there for you. That's your message from spirit, from the other side. And that's what I got for you, darling. I hope that made sense, Mandy. Absolutely beautiful to connect with you. Oh, darling, you're having a tear. Bless you, sweetheart. Bless you. Those are good tears because when we cry, we are letting go of the chemical peptides that have been stored in a program, in a belief system that's been condensing us. So, grab yourself a tissue, darling, and just really have that grace. Much love, sweetheart. There we go. Back to you, Brooke.
Yeah. I think grab yourself like a bowling ball sized chunk of rose quartz. That always helps me feel
doesn't it?
calm. And
rose quartz is amazing energy to work with.
I was just wondering, Mandy, if that legal paperwork was the import paperwork for that Brooke that you were getting for me. No? Just checking. Okay.
That was a good reading.
It's okay. I'll get some. Okay, and now I'll just check if we got any more donated readings. We've got a one to do each courtesy. Let me see. Let me just double check. We've got one to do each courtesy of that lady with a big heart and the kick-ass boots. So you're
love those words.
They're Cindy, resident Imelda Marcos. Not really, but in the shoe department, she's right up there with cards and shoes.
Oh yeah. Jackie, how's it going? Would love to donate for a reading tonight. Sweetie, I think all the information's in the bio for Brooke, and I'm not sure what you do. So Brooke, take it away. Give Jackie some details.
Hey, Lisa, love to donate for reading. Jackie, just I'm sure that Cindy will put it up there. I'll just find out. I didn't do it. I didn't do a number. Copy. There it is. Too quick, Cindy. Too quick. Okay.
How much are you donated readings, Brooke?
I don't put just anything people feel.
Okay, whatever you feel. Awesome.
Yep. So if you feel like a generous person, or I'll even read for somebody who feels like a tight ass. But it doesn't matter.
I like that.
Doesn't matter. Because some people haven't got much, and I know that. Like I've needed a reading, and I've only had $5 and thrown it.
Yeah, no, fair enough, darling.
And some people are very generous, so
that's very, very generous, really.
I leave it up to their own inner guidance and conscience.
Love it.
Conscience. Darcy, are you there? Tanya, are you there? Darcy and Tanya, I'm calling you up for a reading. First one in. First one in is best dressed. Okay, I'll do it this way. Let's see. I'll just do the number thing again. Okay, people. Do you want to put a number in the private chat? Unless you want to, if you're drawn to someone, otherwise you can just let fate decide. So if you put a number
with this number, Brooke.
Ooh, look at that number. If you could only see people. So people pick a number. There's 2 up. G'day, Lorene. There's Mandy. Really? It's already gotten to that. Is it getting late and you just too much sugar or not enough sugar?
There we go.
Okay, there's still other people keep picking a number between 1 and 20, not 11. We got 2 to give away. So there's 2 numbers. There's 2 numbers. Holly's got 1 from Lucia, and I've put a number. I've picked a number. So if you want a reading from me,
okay, 1 to 20, guys. Who's going to win it? Holly won that one with number 11.
And Tiffany, I'm not saying the number is necessarily in the teens, but it could be.
Oh, okay. Give it away, Brooke.
What? They'll just still take a couple of bits. Ooh, Amanda. No, that's not it. But Amanda, that was the number that I was thinking of because I knew you would tune in, so I'm thinking of the wrong number. No, it wasn't. I'm just messing around with you. Okay, keep picking, people. If you chance to pick up a second reading, we've got Holly's got. Did Holly get the first one?
Holly got number 11.
Holly, you're not getting 2 readings. Come on, what is this? Holly, you can't have 2. Holly, you're done. Come on. My God, Holly. Keep going, people. Have another guess, except for Holly, because she's already got one of the readings. Do you need 2 readings, Holly? Do you know how much homework, how much spiritual homework you could get if you've got 2 readings? It could be a lot of work. It's easier just to have one reading and be done with it. Nah, come on, Holly. That's it.
Cute.
Tell them to pick a number. Yeah. Smooth, Holly. Smooth.
Here we go. We got a winner.
I forgot what number I picked. Have we? We have. Okay, who's going? Okay, we got Tiffany and Holly. Who wants to go first?
Up to you. You can take it away.
Okay, Tiffany. Look, circumstances, Tiffany. Things are headed. All the time, we need information. We're looking for confirmation. We're looking for this. We're looking for that. We're looking, we want guidance. But at the end of the day, it is all within us. Okay. And at the moment, Tiffany, all the guidance, everything that you need to know is within you. Okay. You're asking the universe for some stuff, help in a situation. Okay, this is when we have to exercise that right to be curious, that exercise that right to go within, and exercise that right to work things out for ourselves. Because as we work things out for ourselves, what the universe starts doing? Starts popping more answers into your head. And some days you won't even have to think about stuff. As soon as it comes up, boom, the universe will drop it right in. But we have to first start exercising that curiosity and understanding that magic and understanding what's inside of us. The first card I've got for you is the Magic Guardian. Tiffany, unlock the magic within. And that's just called you out. That card called you out and said, Tiffany, you're in the driver's seat. Everything's within you, okay, that you need. It's just you've got to recognize that and you've got to find it. Okay, that's what we all got to do. We have to find that magic within us because it's there. Because at the moment, okay, you're not helping yourself the way you should be helping yourself. You're looking for. It feels like there's circumstances, the stuff that you've gone through. There's too much focus on the external world. Yes, we live in the external world, but at the moment, you're being called to go within and be of service to yourself. Okay. It's about you, knowing the true power within, because at the bottom of your main pile, I've got the Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Okay, and the bottom on your main pile is the Air Guardian, shift your perception. So from the way you're looking at things, you're just looking at things from the wrong perspective. Okay, and you got to find that out. You got to work that out, and you got to change that out. That means you might have to dig deep. You might have to do some healing work. You might have to let go of some things, but that's okay. This is part of it. We learn. We have to learn. We have to find it. Because at the moment, there's a stuff from the old. I've got the autumn card, release the old and rest, and that's inverted. So there's something that's happened or something, and you've just held on to it. Okay, you've just really held onto it, and it could be eating away. It could be a trigger, and usually when something's a trigger, it's time to have a look at it and go, okay, why is it triggering me? When else has that triggered me? And understanding ourselves, because when we understand the truth about things, it seems to lose its power. Well, yeah, you're due for some healing. Get some work done. Get some release done. There's plenty of people here. There's Lucia. There's Lorraine. There's Steffi. There's so many people here that can offer you really high quality, that just know their stuff. Okay, but at the moment, it's about you exercising that right within. People, yes, we do need to go and see healers. We do need to go work done, but we should be working on ourselves continuously and understanding ourselves, because all the magic is within. Because the main action card I've got for you is the High Priestess. The High Priestess, just somewhere else in the deck. She might come out to play later, but at the moment I got the High Priest, but he's standing on his head, not because he's a breakdancer and does the head spin, because internally you need to start to intend and create. You need to put that intention out there. Okay, this is the self-work. This High Priest is saying, okay, you need to put that intention. I need to unlock the magic within. Okay, I need to shift my perception. Okay, so we've got to put, okay, the intent, yes, I have to do that. The create, there's the action. We take the steps to do that, because there's baggage from the past that you're holding on to, and this is when you get down creating resistance. And the problem is, when we have so much resistance from the past here, is no wonder I've got the Father Sky, trust in the unknown, and this is inverted, because when we're so consumed by the past and we can't let go of baggage, The unknown scares the crap out of us. Because we spend all our time in the known. That's where all our energy goes, into the known. That's why it's so important to come present in the moment, because then you can just be, and things are what they are. But when we spend all our time in our head in the known, we have to feed the known. And when everything in the future is the unknown, it makes it hard, and we wonder why we get stuck in routines, and we get that feeling of helplessness, and it's about breaking that cycle. But everything is within you at the moment. So at the moment, you need to. It's about you realizing your strength and realizing everyone has the same potential and the same magnificence as everything else in the universe. And it's time to recognize that and unlock the magic within. And that comes by us taking the steps. And step one, get out of the head and get rid of that old crap. We carry too much stuff around. My God, spiritually, people like Tiffany, if you took a picture and it was like a spiritual camera, my God, the stuff that you're dragging around with you at the moment, you don't need it. You don't need it. A planner, choice. I got a whiteboard. They're good too. But you just got to make that choice to be of service to yourself. And people go, it's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but you don't have to change everything. When you start working on the healing stuff, you fix one thing, 5, 6, 10 things will fall away because they will not resonate. So we don't have to do everything individually. We just need to get on the bus and we need to start to heal. Okay. And because at the moment, the second to last card, well, I've got your happy card to come, but your last card on the main pile is the cause and effect card. This is handing you the ball in the game, saying it's your serve. What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Tiffany? There's my homework. This is everyone's homework all of the time. Yeah. Call it homework. See, there you've already given it resistance already. You've put it in a basket of creating that resistance and then negativity towards work that should just be, you should want to do and want to express and want to find out and want to grow. That's what we're here for. You should embrace that. And then soar like the eagle, Tiffany, not homework. I got to do homework. That doesn't sound too cool, does it? You don't have to. You have a choice. And your happy card is stay open-minded. Okay, stay open-minded. Okay, so don't stick to any belief systems. Stay open-minded. And I'm sure when you start to do the work, do you find that, Lucia, when you've got no clarity or things are going really hard, that's what I do sometimes. If I'm in a tough spot, I'll just make sure I'll just push hard at the basics, like, aligning the chakras, doing the clearings, spending time to ground and meditate. Yeah. And I usually find that if you just get back to the basics sometimes, and then you'll create space and room for that clarity to come in and move that perception.
One of the gifts that I can share with Tiffany is, you have your hand on your heart and you bring yourself back home. So, usually we've got other aspects of self that are running the show, the fears, the worries, the concerns, things that have been stored in your cellular memory. But if you place your hand on your heart, so you've got an intention to talk to your soul is talking through you and you're just breathing. And then you claim yourself back home. I am. So I would do it. I am Lucia. I am 58. I would call my age. So you're bringing yourself back into the alignment with that breath, and you repeat it. And you just pause and you repeat it again. You're coming back to the present timeline. So everything else has an opportunity, like scaffolding, to fall away. But if you're not giving yourself that time to come back to present, there's another aspect that's unresolved overtaking your own presence, and then you're not going to get to the clearing that you need to. Then you can use any tool on top of that, because you've come back home. And just witnessing your breath and being in that breath, it can take so much of those layers completely fall away. You don't have to do complex healing. It is in the simplicity that your spirit returns. It's in, because it's never left. Your mind is hijacked and it feels like it's left. So let me clarify that. It's your spirit is always there. But there could be a feeling that your brain is just, in scrambled eggs and it's overtaking your own nature and you can't hear yourself. And those are your programs. That's what I got. Hope that helps, Tiffany.
Well, you got those brand new, weird, modern lights out the front of your house, and they've just turned the frequency up on those. And those new lights, those.
No, I don't.
They got these new lights, and they've all got cameras in them. Just the street lights.
Oh, okay.
And I take people sometimes, and I'll take them down. I go, here, just tell me what energies you feel. And there'll be certain places that these things are pumping out frequencies, and you just go down certain streets and it's just like really dense energy.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't think we got that here in Hobart yet.
Oh, no.
We don't. Could be this.
And that's it. Oh, they've got you on an island. That's it. No, don't worry. They won't escape from that island. We'll just get we'll do some cloud seeding. Make the weather rougher.
I know, right? Bless them all. You gotta go above the BS.
Oh yeah. Okay. And that was those two readings were donated from the beautiful and talented Okay, Jackie's up next, and then Mandy Jane has paid forward a reading.
Sorry, Brooke, we haven't done Holly. She won number 11.
Oh, sorry, Holly. You're up, Holly.
Yeah. So I hope that's okay. Thank you, moderator. I appreciate that. Just keeping Brooke on check, aren't we, girls? We're just keeping Brooke on check. So, Holly, I'm coming to you, darling.
I'm just going to go to the lead.
Okay. So, Holly, what I've got is there's an aspect of repeating patterns here that's coming through, and that sense of feeling disappointed with somebody around you. So there could be a close friend or it could be a family member, but it just feels here, instead of it returning into the auspicious way, it feels here that it's reversing its way. So there's conversations that needs to be had, or that sense of returning back this union that's been sort of fragmented. It just feels here, again, we've come to the end of the situation. So this is leaving you as you give yourself permission to have this conversation. So it could be that feeling that you've gone too close to the sun. You may have pointed out the truth about a situation and they didn't appreciate it, so they've turned the story into a mayhem aspect. So Holly, it just feels here that you're not getting any returns from that. It feels here a little bit draining from the situation. So Spirit does say, have a plan of conversation, not to attack, but to resolve the situation in your heart. Have that healing capacity ripen for yourself. So you cultivate it, you put yourself in that space where you see the outcome completely resolved and dissolved, and then you have that harmonious conversation if need be. But it does feel like this will be a victorious energy at the end, but at the moment it's not showing victorious. It just feels like it's inverted. So we've got the Six of Wands that is upside down. So it does show that instead of you approaching it yet, if you do that inner homework and then you approach the situation, you're going to be able to turn this around with much harmony. I hope this is making sense, Holly. Let me know if it is. I feel here also we want to work through an area of your hopes and dreams and wishes. And I feel here that it feels your financial situations feel a little bit tight, but I feel that this has an opportunity to grow and get bigger. So it's not like there's just an area that you would like things to be a little bit more blossoming for you. I do feel that you will receive that in a space in some time soon. It does show here about a 3-month period, but you're gaining strength in that area. So even if it doesn't feel like it's coming straight away, it will come through in a short time for you. Of course, you've got to put those beautiful seeds down for that to come through. Have that mindset that there's plenty, there's an abundance within you, because, darling, you are abundant because you exist. It's just our mindset or our relationship to our worthiness, our value that can subtract to receiving that energetic flow coming back. I do feel that there's this situation that we were talking about before. It could be something to do with a family member. Look, I'm just going to go with that. It just feels somebody very, very close from that situation. I do feel that you're doing some baby steps around are we signing some papers? I feel here, Spirit's telling me that you've just done some papers. Some papers have just been done, so something had to be reorganized in that situation. I do sense that there is a closure on a situation around you as well, and it hasn't brought a lot of return. So you've had to come through and really rise up and do a lot of healing from that. So please do look at doing some healing there, Holly, for yourself, to support yourself, because it does feel this is overtaking your whole well-being, if you will. You're over analyzing it, you have lost some sleep, or you just feel a little bit anxious on the situation. So, Holly, you are in the space to bring this into clarity. I'm just going to bring out some more cards to see if, as we heal this out, as you now become aware of it, what can you do? How can you support yourself more? So it's about standing your ground in the authority of self and not losing your power in this situation. It just feels here that there's a little bit of loss of power. So there is positive movement towards something that you really want to gain. So you are now in command of that ship. You're giving yourself an understanding. You've learnt how to navigate these waters, and now you're realizing that you're going to get yourself out of the situation, and you're not going to put any more energy in there. Darling, you may want to look at that. We've got somebody that's not being very nice. And emotional withdrawal, Holly, that feels here that you've been withdrawing from really sitting in because you don't want to get hurt anymore. Yeah. But you've got that navigating, you've got that positive, that you're learning how to navigate these waters, so that as an outcome, you're going to find that you're going to breeze through this, because you've taken yourself to a position of healing that heart. You're taking the power back by healing your heart, darling. So just like we said before with Tiffany, which is beautiful information about hand on heart, bring yourself back home. Holly, we do see that you will get a completion in this. It's going to take some work, but in the next 6 weeks, you're going to find that you're going to be able to resolve this a lot more easier. My voice is going here, so this has been really quite difficult for you to communicate. So from my heart to your heart, I want to extend a cord of love, so you know within yourself that you can communicate in the graceful way, that you don't have to feel overwhelmed with what we've just said, because I know this is a public forum, so I just want to be very respectful to you and come back to you and say, with blessings, and that I know that you'll get this resolved in the most easiest way for yourself. And take good care, gorgeous girl. And that's what we've got for Holly.
Thank you. And that was, thank you, Cindy, for donating that reading. Now we have got, I've got more donated readings come up. Jackie, are you there? Jackie. We've got a donated reading for Jackie. And then Mandy has donated for someone has donated for a reading.
Would you like to do Jackie's?
Yep.
Awesome.
Jackie, are you there?
There she is. Hi, Jackie. How you going, darling girl?
I was at a friend's place last night, and I was spewing, like, there was all these packets of fantails and this big bag of apples. And because we had a fire, a fire. It was a friend's birthday, and I'm like, they're like, what? I was like, what's the deal with this? And apparently someone forgot to do it, but something to do with taking the core out of an apple, like the center out of an apple, and you fill it with fantails, and then you wrap it, and then you bake it in the campfire.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, man, it must be. And yeah, so I just ate half a packet of fantails the next day, and it was just like, yeah, that'll do. But I was like, man, if the flavors must work, and it sounded really interesting to try. Okay, try Jackie. No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. I just was like, well, that's odd. Why is the fridge full of apples and like 4 packets of fantails?
Interesting combo. Interesting.
Yeah.
Not something I would have thought of.
Well, I guess it'd be like a chocolate caramel apple.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, possibly.
But
okay.
Ooh, wrap it in flaky pastry. Imagine that. Oh.
Oh no. You're gonna try that soon, aren't you? Or stuff with
and you can, man, we can do it all. We can do it all.
I love it.
He's getting hungry. I'm getting hungry now. Who mentioned food? Who was it? That was me. Damn. Okay, Jackie. Jackie. All the answers we need, like, we can search all our life for this to make us happy, that to make us happy. We can search for everything. Okay, and the world tells us, oh, we need a mortgage and we need a flash car and we need to go on holidays. And when we're not on holidays, we need to work to pay for it all. Okay, the world tells us a lot of things. Oh, if I get the right partner, that'll make me happy. If I get the right job and I get healthy, and okay, this is all carrot on a stick garbage, because the only thing we have to do to be happy, to find true joy in our lives and true meaning and purpose, and there's always that part of us that we feel a desire to fulfill, and people go to fill it with all sorts of garbage that the world tells them that they must need. But deep down inside, to find that fulfillment in life, we need to follow the voice in our soul. I've got the Star Ancestor card. I've got one card for you here, and this is a Star Ancestor. This is inverted, so this is a struggle. This is saying there's resistance, there's emptiness, there's you're searching. There's stuff that you're searching for that's not marshmallows. We can buy marshmallows on the way. While you're searching for it, for the moment, I've got the Star Ancestor inverted saying, follow the voice in your soul. This is where we find all the joy in our life. Because at the moment, there's part of you. You've got that desire that inside your heart. You've got that desire, that yearning. That there's more. That you're built for greater things. You know that you're here, and you're looking, and this is about going for fulfillment. Because look, in your main pole here, I've got made for motion. There's too much in action happening in life at the moment. Too much thinking, not enough motion. And the problem with this is, well, we are made for motion. This card's inverted. Okay, we need to go out. We need to experience. We need to, and look, sometimes we've got other responsibilities. We've got to find ways of making time to do that, or we can't exactly do things sometimes exactly the way we want to do it. But there's always a way to get out there. And at the moment, there's the universe. There's opportunity. At the moment, you're shutting down. This seems to be, I feel, a shutting down of opportunities for you at the moment. And it's not because the universe is throwing you opportunities, but we have to meet the universe halfway. Okay. And when we're made for motion, when we get out there, when we experience it and we engage life, the universe is like, sweet, this is going to be easier than I expected, because crossing people's path, meeting new people, new ideas, new things, new friends. But at the moment, your intuition is talking to you, and you really got to start paying, because you're getting these prompts. You're getting these thoughts in your head saying, hey, I should do this instead. But then again, we go back to our old comfort zones. Okay. And we can go round and around and around all we want, but until we get moving and start taking note of intuitive messages, all we do is follow our desires and what's in the heart of our soul, not what the world tells us. What really stirs us? What do we truly love? Whether it's helping people or working with animals or just getting in the flow of things and letting it unfold. Okay, because at the moment it feels like that there's part of there's like a disconcernment, or just like it feels like there's a part of you that's been scolded or has just sort of shut yourself off a bit from life. And it's like, I've gone this far and nothing's happened. It's not going to happen. I'm just going to sit back here and go through the motions. Okay. But the problem with that is when we do that and we don't follow that voice in our soul, that there's always that it feels like emptiness. Okay. And this has kept you guarded, and this eats away at everyone. And sometimes we just close off because we're all being called. We're all being called. There's something inside of us that's just there's a spark that's being called for us to move forward and follow that voice in our soul. When we want all these things in our life, and when all we have to do is follow that voice in our soul, and that's where we find the joy. That will lead us down the right direction to exactly what we want to get out of life. Okay, because at the moment I've got the Druid, and this is inverted. It's sort of holding the space. So, moment circumstances are dictating your attitude at the moment. And this is throwing you all over the place. And okay, this is throwing you all over the place. And to the point where you're inside your head and you're being too hard on yourself. You're being way too hard on yourself. Like, things happen. It's like, I shouldn't have got angry about that. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, all this second guessing. This is self-judgment. And it feels like the self-judgment and beating up on yourself. You got to get out of that habit. It serves no purpose except, it's almost, the hard word is when we beat up ourselves and get into self-judgment, we're actually doing ourselves a disservice, and we're copping out. Because it's not about judgment, it's about understanding. We just need to it's a series of choices, and you just need to go, okay, made the wrong choice there. Instead of going, beat myself up, we need to just go, okay, let's try to make the right choice next time, and make the right choice next time, and make the right choice next time. Or each time when we have a choice, let's try to make the right choice now. Let's try to make the right choice now. Let's try to make the right choice now. There's no point beating ourselves up. That's like saying, woe is me. I'm probably going to make the wrong choice again. That's just me. Naughty me. It doesn't serve a purpose. This is about reclaiming your power, following that voice in your soul, and understanding. I can just make a choice. I can just choose to. I can choose to change. I can choose to change things. I can choose to move. I can choose to listen to my intuition, because I've got here, growth is waiting for you, but there's someone hanging around you that's feeding you the wrong information. Not because they don't like you or they're trying. They're not. I've got the undeserving villain card, and this comes in. This is about people around us and things that are in our ears. And it's not saying that they're trying to deliberately. They're looking after their interests and what they think is best for you. Okay, there could be someone who loves you. It doesn't matter who they are, but it's not the right advice. It's their advice for what you're doing is for them. Do you know what I mean? Okay, you've got to start listening to yourself and stop listening to everyone else, and just start making that choice and follow what is within you, because that will always be there until you find it. That yearning, that calling, that inkling of, I know there's more out there. I know I was built for more. Okay, that comes from the voice in your soul, and you need to look at it. It's calling you now. Okay, I hope that's helped. And your last card is follow the golden rule. What's the golden rule? The golden rule is to treat others how you want to be treated yourself. Okay, and that starts with self-love. I hope that's helped you, Jackie.
Beautiful read. Holly, for Jackie. Awesome. I needed that kick up the butt. Bless you, Jackie.
Yeah, I got a sore butt from being kicking us. No. It's like we just need a bit of a push in the right direction, because we get caught up in our own stuff. We all do it. It's easy done. We're only human, except for that guy over there. He could be something else. I'm not sure. Looks a bit dodgy. No, he's probably human. Okay. No worries. Now we have a reading to do, courtesy of. We can pick a person. We can do one quick reading before the end of the show each, courtesy of. So do you want to pick another number?
Yeah, sure.
Or unless you want to unless someone's resonating with you and they just come straight out. Hey, Brianna. Hey, Kim.
No, we can pick a number.
Okay. We'll be between 1 and 20. There's mine.
Did you want me to put a number as well?
Yeah, put a number and we'll just do like a reading each for the person that we pick, because Mandy has donated a generous amount. Okay, people, we have two numbers, two extended readings are up for grabs, and I'm looking at the wrong thing. So Kim's already got one. Kim, you've already got one. Mandy, not exactly in the ballpark. Steffi, it looks like you can count. 1, 2, 3. What happened to the 4? Wasn't important. While we're waiting for you guys to pick the next. There's still, keep guessing, people. There's still one to give away a reading from me. If you pick the number, I'm going to run a quick ad. Hey, Kit Kat. Hello. Candles has come to read. Hello, Candles. Here we go. What you doing? Oh, she wants something. She does that. She does that. She wants something. She's like, okay, stop what you're doing. Boom. Yeah, I'll just give her heaps of cuddles and kisses. And she'll be like, yeah, I'm out here. I'm out of here. Galen.
I see.
Okay, there's still one more people. Have you got? Is anyone? The number isn't one between. Keep picking the number. Amanda. Okay. Do you want to go? Did you got? We've got. I've got Amanda to read for, and you have. Who got it? Kim.
Kim.
Kim. Courtesy. Courtesy of. Ooh, does that look like orange carnelian? Carnelian? Is it what is it?
Carnelian. So I'll go to Kim.
Yep.
Okay, Kim. What I've got for you, darling, is that a sense of feeling of restriction around you, feeling that you want things to happen. There's a wish or a dream that you want to have been fulfilled, but it feels here somebody or some situation is standing in the way of that to come through, and it just feels here that those seeds that you put down, it just feels it's not bearing the fruit that you want. So there could be a business idea that you've been putting forward, or there's wanting to break free from the norm of what you've been doing. I want to move. I want to move away from the situation that I am, but something's come in and stopped that, and it feels like your choices have changed from what you wanted. So Spirit's saying when this comes up, when this energy comes up, we need to plan again. We need to have a look at how would you like to assess this from a different perspective. It just feels here that the decision to go forward is obviously from that point of reference. It's not balanced. It's not going to enhance you at this moment. It may come through later, but at this moment it just seems like those choices have been diverted in another way. So you got to look at this from a different perspective. You got to rise from it, and you got to say to yourself, okay, was the plan healthy? Was the idea going to give me deeper connections to myself? Was it going to fulfill a part of myself that I could reach out and be clear with what it is that I want? So I feel here that you need to get clear with the situation, clear with the idea of where you want to go, and then change up the way you approach it. So let me know how that goes there. Goes for you, Kim, so we know what that is. We could be working also with a team, so there could be something about teamwork that needs to be done. So you may need to bring out the connection with somebody else, so this idea can go forward. It may have been something that it couldn't go forward because it didn't have enough energy behind it. I also got the energy around it feels around joy. When I use the word joy, it feels a bit. Have you been feeling a little bit overwhelmed? My daughter split with her partner. Yeah, I was going to say it's about your child, and had to move in with me. So it feels here, it feels a bit split. It doesn't feel joyful. It doesn't feel connected. It feels here that your energy is being overtaken from that. But I do feel that there is a change. There will be a change in the direction, but there needs to be some healing, darling. I have to say some healing. So we've got the self-talk about the situation, the way you're relating to it is what you've got to address, the belief systems. And because you're now enmeshed in other energy, it just feels you're chasing your tail to get some freedom out of this situation, some peace of mind, because the story keeps on going around and round and round. I got the number 5 that comes through, so this could be roughly about 5 months that could be in activation at the moment. Now you can change that quite quickly, but at this moment, as I read the energy, it shows here somewhere about 5 months. Now you did say you got everything you say is my life. It feels here the seahorse is upside down. So this, when seahorse is showing itself upside down, it feels here that I'm not moving. I'm not going with the current. I'm not going with the flow of situation. Feels like you may have lost your strength in the in what's happened. So here it does ask for you to find a way to release that healing. I've got to go to the kidney. I also got to go to the bladder. So the will, you've lost your will, or that feeling of, just don't know what to do. I really just don't know what to do. So I'm going to ask Spirit to clear this and cast out another energy for you. As you now have heard what Spirit's got to give you, what's the outcome you can have as you go forward now, knowing that you don't have to lose your power over the situation, that you can come back from authority and know that even though emotionally this is happening, you don't have to relate to it in a way that's losing the power. So it's about finding a way to relate to new beginnings, and also finding a way how to not lose the power, because it's in the 3rd chakra. It's the stomach meridian that I've got here working through. And also understanding you don't have to work through sacrifice. You don't have to be losing your power. There's back to that losing that power one. You don't have to lose your power on this. You can find and build, because it is in your space. It means that you must have the tools to be able to rise through it. So every day, find yourself doing some writing. So you're purging the energy. You're giving yourself good food, good nourishment, and also taking yourself outside of the situation. Go out in the sunshine as much as you can to get that different perspective and put that illumination on the situation, on you, that you can absorb the sunlight energy, and you can find a space to breathe again. Because unless you fill yourself up with that joy cup, it can't be manufactured for you. You're the one that's got to participate in each of this. It does feel that this is a bit, look, I've got to say, yeah, the energy is quite contaminated. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to go any further with that, because of the forum that we're in. I do feel that there will be some triumph and success. You've got to think differently, and the way you think differently is make sure you discover what belief systems are underneath what you're feeling. And with my love and my heart, sweetheart, I do hope that things within your world return back to a balance, and know that you have the power. Okay, sweetie, you got the power to return back. Listen to your intuition. Trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself, Kim. And with all my heart, much love. That's what I got for Kim. Sometimes it's not difficult. It's not easy. Take courage, okay, darling? And you say, thank you very much. You have explained how I've been feeling for so long. Oh, bless you, darling. Thank you for that confirmation. My love to you. And I'll pass you on to Brooke. Brooke's going to do a reading.
I'll pull a couple of cards for you, Kimmy.
For Kim? Yep.
Look, the way we can go about some things, Kim, is, when things get hard, we can take that focus, we can take that perception. I've got the air guarding shift your perception. This card is coming up saying, look, we can focus on the struggle, or we can just I've got the broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace underneath it. So this is talking about, we've got that choice. We can go, this sucks. Sometimes situations are hard. Or what I do is, everything is just what it is. It's just stuff. It's stuff happening. It's just life happening. And you know what? When we don't focus and it's hard to not get drawn in, you know, when there's negativity or we've got to do a lot of work or we've got to do a lot of stuff and there's a bit of a burden. When we focus on that, go, it's such a burden, this sucks, when's this going to clear up? This is what we're thinking. When we focus on that, what we do is we drag it on and we just give it more energy, and we get more stress because we push more energy into stuff. But when we can just make peace with, and you know, no matter what happens, it is what it is, and we can't change what has happened. But it's that whole perception about the way we look at things. I mean, I have stuff that happens to me, and I'm like, I'm getting to the point now where when stuff just happens, I'm just like, it's just stuff happening. And then I no longer feed my energy and give things worry, more attention than they need to be. So this all starts with us, because at the bottom I've got the Knight, be brave and honest. And when we're brave and honest, this is a hard card because this forces us to be 100% truthful. And the problem is sometimes when we're dealing with other people and they bring stuff into our life, as much as when we be the brave, honest and Knight and be honest with ourselves, sometimes it really has nothing to, a lot of stuff doesn't always have stuff. It's not about us. Yet we take on all the burden because we love and we care about people, or it's just, we have to learn to just separate ourselves slightly. And we can do that and still love people. We can do that and still help people. But at the moment, you're called to be brutally honest with yourself. And this is talking about, is looking that you're just going to make peace that sometimes things are just what they are. And I'm just getting that, just try not to focus on the worry. It's just stuff. At the end of the day, it's just stuff. Good stuff, bad stuff, round stuff, tall stuff. It's just stuff happening. It's part of life. But if we don't feed that energy into it, it just makes it so much easier to deal with. And then you get to a point where it's like, wait a second, that worked. I don't have to worry. I can choose not to worry. And when it's family and that, we still do what we can, but we don't sit there feeding it that energy. And so it's the mind game. It's that shifting that perception and the way that we look at things can be an absolute game changer in everything, and taking control of what we do with our mind, because people are like, there's so much work to be done there, and it can make life so much freaking easier if we can just get on some basic things like that and start learning how to apply them into our life. It can change life on all levels. It's an absolute game changer and bring much more joy. So you can have a family crisis, and then you're the only happy one there. They're like, oh, what are you so happy about? What do you mean? I'm always happy. Or just keep a straight face because some people get funny about that. But you know what I'm saying? It's all in the perception. And your last card is, I better shuffle this deck. And Kim, your last card is lead by example. See, when you can learn to do that, you can learn how to use the tools to help yourself. Then you can show other people how to use those tools for themselves. And that is very powerful. Hey, Whitney. I hope that's helped you. Now, that reading was donated by do not pick a number. I'm trying to get that off. There we go. Okay. Amanda, hug and kiss. Okay, Amanda. Okay. Messages for Amanda. I just thought I might add that I got chocolate mud cake here, Amanda. Just thought I'd rub that in. Although at the barbecue yesterday, no one really didn't do the we took cakes there, but the custard tart, my brother bought a custard tart there, and it just went the custard tart. It's a classic.
It is a classic.
Oh.
Yum.
Okay, Amanda, custard tarts. No, I'm thinking of custard tarts. Sorry, Amanda.
We need food.
Oh, yeah, she's a cheesecake girl. Aren't you, Amanda? I need food. Where is the negativity? There's something that you need. There's something that you need to deal with, Amanda. There's something that you need to stand up to, or shut down, or take control of at the moment. Your intuition, your inner self, your instincts are guiding you at the moment. Something keeps arising, and you're like too hard, or just couldn't be bothered, or think it's not worth it. But there's something that needs to be addressed on the negative. Something that's just acting as negativity to around you. There's a choice up. It almost feels like there's something, and you've been sort of sitting on the fence about it, or you're like, it's not important, but it's come back up here. Is there's something important that you need to deal with, and your intuition's onto it. Okay, and when it comes up in your mind, when you're having your coffee, it feels like you're shutting it down and going, oh, okay, but whatever this is, this will grow. This will grow if unattended. There's something to be learned here by standing up. I just feel like there's something around that you need to just nip in the butt, or you need to make that choice to take control over you. And I've got the medicine guardian, be opening to healing information. This is inverted. This is saying there's a lesson to be learned. There is an opportunity in front of you right now, and Spirit wants you to see it. Okay. So eyes open, because it could be anything. But it's just letting you know that there's patterns of this, and you've fallen back into an old pattern, an old way of dealing. There's something that you've fell back into the old way of dealing with it, and but your intuition's giving you clues and other ways how to deal with it, and it just keeps coming up. There's coming up, going, hey, Amanda, and you're like, that's just my ego, it's in my side of my head. I won't feed it energy, but this actual one is for you to make a choice on something and to choose, because the worry card has come in. Okay, the worry card is coming in inverted. Be fearless and stand strong. So it's going to be a bit awkward, something you probably don't want to deal with, but it's time. It's time. But this is great. Because these are the opportunities, the things that we push aside, that really help us grow when we go head on and go, hey, you know what? I'm going to deal with what needs to be done. Okay, because on the small scope of things, you're like, I'm not worried about it, but this, on the big scope of things, this needs to be addressed. So when we don't address some of these things that we think to be minor, it can have the ripple effect, like the stone in the pond, and we think, oh, it's not big, it doesn't matter. But we don't always pick up on these things, but the intuition picks up on it, and the cards pick up on it. And so it's like time to not sweep it under the table anymore. Okay. And sometimes when we deal with things, Amanda, we don't always get the response that we think. Oh, I just was told that my Spirit, I have to deal with this, and I dealt with it, and it blew up on my face. We're going to understand it's not always about. There's always something for us to learn, but it's not always about us, and it's not always. I mean, we can take something. There's something for us to learn, and there's something for us to grow, but the actual situation could be there to help or to point out something to someone else, but not for you to do it, but you just bring that up so they know, and their intuition can get on their back, start talking to them. But I've got, look here, nothing good will come in this situation, and this is inverted, and this is not people. This card comes up, people think the worst, but the actual card that this card means is basically says divine timing. It's not going to happen when you want it, and it's not going to happen how you want it, but it will happen. It's in motion. This song is like saying, you know, we want, yeah, okay, universe, I'll do that if it works out like this. I mean, we've all done that. We'll go, hey, come on, universe. If I do this, what about you do this for me? Hey, are we sweet on that? Okay, we can't always do that because you know the universe at work. So, so if there's anything that becomes of this situation from the past, just let it play out. Just let it play out. Okay, needs to play out, and because when it starts to play out, okay, you'll get the answers you need, but they'll come to you in time. So you'd be like, well, you could do the right thing, listen to your intuition, and it'll be like, oh gee, that turned out to be a waste of time. Just got chewed out, just got by someone. I didn't need that. Okay, but this is not all for you. This is to do with someone else. This is a lesson for someone else too. But you can learn a lot from this on your perspective, from where you're coming from too. But when this eventually pans out, there's certain things that it's going to open eyes and give you more perception in certain areas and certain dealings, and also it's going to give you some answers that you've been looking for. So just a massive opportunity for personal growth and to find yourself. You know, everyone wins, sort of. And the last card I've got for you, Amanda, is Forgive Yourself. Okay, what's done is done. What's dusted is dusted. And the last card is You Catch More. Is you need to buy cheesecake and come around for coffee. Yeah, long since I've had a cheesecake, Amanda. I think the last time you were here, I had cheesecake. It's been a while. I hope this helped you. Okay, we're gonna
cheesecake, mate.
Oh yeah, Amanda's the cheesecake. So she every once in a while, if she comes down, she'll bring cake if she comes over for coffee.
Nice.
I mean, I only say it as a joke. She doesn't have to bring anything, but I'm not saying no, if you know what I mean.
You don't have to bring anything, Amanda, but, you know, like if you do, gratefully appreciate it.
Oh, that's it. She does.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's it. Just a little twist of the arm. And she doesn't get the cheap cheesecake, man. She goes to the cheesecake shop and gets the good one.
Oh, nice.
And then we ate just a little bit of it, and then she was going to leave like the whole cake here. And I said, look, I'll cut it. She's like, nah, don't worry about it. Just keep it. And I cut it in half and I said, you're going to have a coffee. You're going to be like, get home and go. The next day, you're going to be, oh, I can't be stuffed cooking anything. And you're going to think, oh, God, I should have, because I made pizza, so I gave her some pizza to take back. I said, just look, you get the next tomorrow, you're going to be like, can't be stuffed cooking. It's like, cool. I got cheesecake. I got pizza. That's it.
Nice.
Never knock back a bit of cheesecake.
No.
I think that was the day I went from being a vegan back into being slightly vegetarian.
Slightly.
Was on cheesecake day. Yep.
Just slightly.
Just slightly.
No, well done, love.
Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Oh, it's been my pleasure. I'm so happy and honoured to be able to be sharing the love, Brooke.
Absolutely. And helping you wonderful people get the information you need to do whatever it is that you do. It's up to you. How do we get hold of you? I've put all your links in the show notes. Do you want to just tell everyone how to get hold of you?
Sure. You can find my information, Lucia Tomarchio, Spirit Messenger and Artist on Facebook, or you can look at my website, www.luciahealingarts.com. And if you feel that there's something that you'd like to reach out and have a healing, have a reading, you're more than welcome. Absolutely more than welcome. I really do thank each and every one that has popped in tonight and made my night much more richer. And Brooke, again, thank you.
You're most welcome. It's a pleasure having you on. Okay, people, have a good night. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time we're looking at you. Bye.
See ya.